Why do I have no game sound? Audio. Why they? Oh, fuck's sake. Why do I have no game sound? Audio. All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another stream here. Today is day 2. We missed day 1 yesterday, but that's fine. And it seems like we're getting a hot drop between 1 HP and Luffy's team here down in the south. Now, we are getting some action by the looks of it near Pochinki, perhaps, or maybe even near school. But at the moment, these two teams are playing it slow, trying to get some angles, trying to get some information about them. But nothing much at the moment. We've got some opening shots. This guy's trying to get an angle with the crossbow, unfortunately does not connect. Meanwhile, we've got teams getting run over at the top of the map. I think that's the fight going on near... Yeah. Near Georgia Pool. Now, there's been actually 2 knocks here onto this 1 HP team. All thanks to one guy. Now he's going to be able to get the res here, as well as the other team. But they're going to get the res first. Now they're going to try to suppress some fire, trying to stop them from getting the final res. Here we've got Barriga going round. We do have one of their members. It is a 3 versus 2 at the moment. Oh, but John OP getting pinned down, unable to do anything in that situation. And that team has been eliminated. Now let's go back to down in the south. Let's see what's going on here. Have they started fighting? No, they haven't. These two teams are playing it a bit slow, trying to gather information about each other. They're playing it very slow, just trying to get angles. Because at the end of the day, whoever gets the initial knock of these two teams will be at a huge advantage, especially as they're so split up. As you can see, two of their members are actually running away, trying to get a vehicle, perhaps, or getting a different angle. So right now, the two players in front are in quite a lot of danger. As soon as they get one knock... Oh, but don't get knocked yourself, mate. Relax. We are getting some action somewhere else on the map. Now, it looks like that could be Yasnaya. But, no, it's not Yasnaya. They're actually quite split up. The only team fighting at the moment is probably... Yep, it's in Pochinki right here. We've got one of their members who got naded. But they should be able to get the res here and less... Ooh, instantly finished one of them players. Joker here, standing his own. His teammate managing to get an angle on one of the members. He's gonna push up, trying to see if he can get an angle. It's a 1v1 here. He's gone upstairs. Joker's teammate is outside. Going to try to get the res, perhaps. Which would be quite risky, knowing there's a player right above them. Meanwhile, down in the south, 1 HP got the initial knock. But let's see what Joker is able to do. Staying on the second floor, letting them push him. He does have the shotgun. He's got the advantage. He knocks one. He manages to get both of them. Now that is how you play with a shotgun in Pochinki. You have to just let them come to you. Very well played by Joker right there. Let's go check the other team down the south. Now it looks like they actually lost one of their members. As I mentioned before, if one of them got knocked, especially the one closer to them, they weren't going to be able to do much about it, the 1 HP team. But it does seem like they're still waiting it out. They've got the advantage of the amount of players down here, down in Primosk. But they are quite split up. They don't want... Ooh, this is a very risky going in the open. Trying to gather some more information. Now, he doesn't know that one of their players is actually behind them. The question is, what will happen here? This guy's approaching fast. Meanwhile, this guy's upstairs. He's getting naded, but... Alright, he does manage to get the nade. That was an interesting play by him. Good spray, making him low. They've currently... I was about to say they evened the playing field. But it looks like it's a 2 versus 3 now. Oh, this is unfortunate. Luffy's team unable to take advantage of that 3 versus 4 earlier. And now they're just getting picked off one by one. This is not how you want to go. And getting another knock. Luffy's now down. Tries to pre-fire the stairway, which was a very good play right there, but unfortunately does not connect any shots. And they will get the res off here. Meanwhile, one of their members from Terminator is approaching, as well as AMXN, pushing with the S12K, gets one tag, and he is able to finish the fight here. Well played by them. 1 HP, honestly, they really impressed me right there. They had a man down. It was a 3 versus 4, and they still managed to clutch up. And they didn't get a single knock from their team. Very well played. Meanwhile, we've got... Here in Yaz, it looks like it's just one team left of 3. Oh, here we've got Finn. the last player standing. Both his teammates have disconnected and just swimming around with nothing else to do. I mean, when you're a last man standing, there's not much you can do here. It is interesting. There's no one around him. He just needs to get a car, play it slow, try to reach end zone, see what he can do from there. Meanwhile, here we've got A.V.S.'s team, who have just crossed over from military base. Now, they are only a 3-man, but let's see what they can do. It looks like their team currently do not seem to have a vehicle, but this road, you know, down in the south near the bridge, usually have several points where there's vehicle spawns, apart from the obvious garage. But here we've got in Pochinki, multiple teams pulling up. Now here we've got one team pulling up to church. Now it looks like they're just gonna scout around a bit, see if they can get anyone. Oh, but meanwhile, Shaik goes down. Now the team won the... Let's see what these people can do. Getting another knock on this team. Oh no, it looks like Joker's the last man standing again. The question is, can he clutch yet again? He's currently 4 people in front. It seems to be OG's team. And we also have the team from Church who are closing in, trying to see if they can third party. Now, if Joker wants to play this smart, he would try to disengage while the other team here pushes up, tries to get angles, seeing if they can do anything. So we've got Arrow, who spotted one out, actually gets a couple tags here and there. Joker, meanwhile, just running away, trying to see if he can get some more points for his team. Teji, on the other hand, just making sure he's clearing out every room with grenades. But I think they've now realized that there's another team in play at the moment. I like this play from Pawan, getting on the roof, trying to see if they can spot anyone. Meanwhile, Joker has decided to just really fall back, which is the best play he can do right now, and let the others fight. Pawan should be able to connect. He doesn't decide to shoot the smoke over them, which is an interesting play, but they're all pulling up on Arrow. Arrow decided to fall back a bit, making sure his teammates have a bit more cover. That nade nearly gets him. He decides to fall back even further. Now his teammates across the road, trying to see if he can cover while he runs back, which they do manage to do that successfully. Joker on the other side of the map, trying to see if he can maybe get a cheeky knock from over here. Now, for the time being, it looks like it's settled down a bit. OG's team are not going to try to run across the road, because that would be a very dangerous play. Unless they want to be really aggressive, try to get a knock, then cross, smoke the road a bit, see if they would peek. I like this from Raja, trying to get on the roof, but unfortunately is not able to do so. There we go. I was about to say, you can't go up that door, you have to go from around. Oh, but here we've got a different team, actually. Suppressing some fire onto Arrow's team. We've got C9. This is getting interesting. Oh, looks like OG have decided to push up. Raja in the building with his teammate. Oh, his teammate manages to get the knock onto Arrow. Arrow unable to do anything, but Raja getting shot from the other side. Wow, that was a very successful team wipe, honestly. Yo, Raja has to be careful there. If they get another knock, they're gonna try to push up. But yeah, successful play by them. Joker, in the meantime, still alive, just holding. He might be able to get a cheeky kill, but he's probably just thinking about the long game at the moment, just trying to see if he can survive. And he will probably not shoot anyone unless he can confirm another elimination point, which won't happen until they try to cross the road. Meanwhile, C9 shooting from this compound all the way to Pochinki and to church area. Meanwhile, one of their players seemed to be AFK, probably trying to stream snipe, but don't worry guys, there's an 8 to 10 minute delay at the moment, so there shouldn't be any issues with that. At the end of the day, within just 1 or 2 minutes in the match, a lot of things can happen. Joker's still alive. But this team right here with 3 eliminations, just trying to see if they can connect any knocks onto C9. With some tags here and there. Currently doing a 2-2 split. 2 of them at church, 2 of them at that 3 stack. Playing it relatively safe. The rest of OG's team decide to fall back a bit, regroup, make sure they've got vehicles, keeping those vehicles safe. You don't want them getting spotted out. Ooh, but it looks like they're actually going to try to get an angle onto the church team. They're actually going to go all the way. Never mind. They've decided to pussy out. But here we've got another team. RTZs decided to pull up onto Pochinki. Just scouting a bit. Oh, it looks like they're just going to hold the compound below for the time being. Meanwhile, 1 HP. RTV getting a knock here on another OG team, but further away. They're not going to be able to push that unless they get 2 knocks. And unless they're mad and crazy confident. But it looks like that's relatively safe. Yeah, it looks like they're all going for position points at the moment. No one wants to risk anything. It looks like we've got the full OG team here at the compound. Not sure what their plan is, apart from just staying there, I suppose. We do have the team from church who have split up a bit more, taking the recall as well as the 3 stack. It looks like they're all moving away. They're all moving towards that recall compound. And we've also got C9, whereas we can see 1 HP are currently on the hill of Pochinki, trying to see if they can get an angle on C9. The question is, do they know they're actually there or not? Remember guys, this is a team from Primosk, the one that managed to clutch up a 3 versus 4. And as you can see, they still got those 4 eliminations. Now I wonder if they know that C9 is at the compound. Yup. It looks like AMXN have spotted them out. And doesn't want to overexpose anything. But I wonder if C9 is probably looking straight at them, because that hovercraft is very loud. So we've got some. Wait, are OG baiting RTZ to push them? Because there's no one nearby and they're using the shotgun. They might be baiting them, trying to see if they will fall for it. RTZ now being very cautious here. They know there were some close range shots just above them, but they don't want to overexpose. They don't want to commit to anything just yet without getting knocks or without getting some more information. We do have this OG team which are currently with 0 eliminations. Not sure what their plan is, apart from just playing it safe. Because the zone is coming in, and it looks like we do have a bit of a northern zone. So here we've got A.V.S.'s team, which has also had quite a quiet game at the moment, with no eliminations on the board. They are a 3-man, but we've seen what 1 HP can do with a 3-man. They can still work things out. Now it looks like 1 HP are currently getting a knock from C9 perhaps. But they're not going to be able to do much about it though. C9 have decided to just leave. They're rotating. They're going to rotate out into the blue zone just to make sure they don't get spotted or... Don't tell me my game is crashing. Chat, this might be the end. Don't tell me it's about to crash. Alright guys, I'm gonna restart. And I need you guys to pray that I'm able to rejoin. So yeah, we are currently missing the good part of all the teams rotating, trying to see where they go. I'm going to be very interested to see where C9 goes to, because they were rotating towards that OG squad, which was 3-man, but, you know, no eliminations. They didn't seem very confident at the moment. But let's see. You know, they were also going to drive by the other OG team, which were all at the squad house. And unfortunately, we do get to rejoin. I was about to say we weren't going to be able to see any more of the match, but we might. And it looks like we are. Okay, so we've got OG Raja. They have moved into a different position. They have decided to take control of the compound. Meanwhile, we've got RTZ, C9 have taken all the way over there. But right now, the best position, I would say, is this team right here. They've got angles on everybody right now inside of Ruins. Now, it is quite hard to play in Ruins. I've played there myself, and it is very hard. It's very open. It can be very open and also can have a lot of cover at the same time. It's very tricky to play, especially to play it well. But let's see if they can pull it off. They're just going to have to try to spray everyone who gets close and see what they can do from there. Now, we do have A.V.S.'s team who are also in Ruins. They are a bit further north, and they are in the edge of zone. One of their team members, Envy, is currently trying to hold out the whole of Doc's team. So let's see if they are able to do anything about it. Now, it looks like this member from Doc is actually going all the way. We've got 5 seconds left until the zone starts to close in. And this guy's trying to see if he can get an angle. He seems to be lagging a bit. There's a guy on the roof. You might as well open or... Well, that was a kind of pointless move right there. Mate, if you're going to go out of zone to try to get a knock, at least bloody try and shoot, innit? Well, we do have a member from C9 getting knocked here. Oh, but they got... Oh, he got shot from out of zone, rotating in, unable to get the res there. But we do have 3 members in one vehicle. They decided to jump out of zone. This was a terrible parking spot. Now the last member is going to try to run away and is not able to do so. Terrible play from C9 right there. They should not have just stopped there. They're trying to face a hovercraft alone. But here we've got the OG team. OG Raja trying to capitalize on the fight that just happened. Now there's 2 members left. They're just going to explode the hovercraft, which is the best move they can do right now. Meanwhile, oh, but that nade. Oh, if he cooked that nade, that would have been perfect. But 1 HP are just falling apart, the last two members. Unable to do anything at the moment. But OG are forced to come back into the compound just to make sure they don't get third-partied, at least not too harshly. We do have RTZ. So these last two members from 1 HP, they did manage to pick up a couple more eliminations thanks to C9. It's giving them 3 eliminations at this point. But yeah, their position right now is very tough. I don't see them surviving much longer, to be honest, unless they decide to fully rotate and let the other team's third party. Before, let's see what A.V.S's team have been doing. A.V.S. unfortunately was taken out of the game. Envy here on the back lines, trying to see if he can get a knock right here, but unfortunately does not do so. Meanwhile, RTZ looks like they're about to push the whole compound. We're trying to see what they're gonna do. They're just rotating around, trying to see if they can get any angles here. Now, unfortunately, Cell is out of zone, but securing an elimination, but gets knocked in doing so thanks to Envy's team. But Envy unfortunately get taken out here. But here we've got Armir shooting from the backlines. 1 HP have been taken out of the game. We've got 1 member left from that GG Bar team. And he is unfortunately, he did manage to get the medkit off, and his teammate is knocked, but with 1 minute to spare and only 1 smoke grenade. He's gonna have to try to smoke the crates, but what is that smoke? There's gonna be a gap between the smoke and the tree. This guy is not the smartest player at the moment, but we do have OG's team, which are just rotating around, and they're just trying to clear RTZ, but it's not working out, and Aim God manages to knock 2 of them. Oh my goodness, it looks like it's just 1 player left from each team right here. Never mind, it's a 2 versus 1, but Raj has 1 HP. That nade might be able to do something, but unfortunately does not cook it or aim it correctly. Throws another one, does manage to get a hit, but is not able to get the knock. Now Raj is going to throw a nade. He's going to have to stand up. He manages to get a knock. Aim God performing really well at the moment with 9 eliminations to his name. He's going to throw a molly, trying to stop the res from happening. Decides to push up. Now, Amir does have the cover. Aim God does not. He's going to pre-fire. He's going to pre-fire both sides. Oh my goodness. He's 1 HP going above and manages to get the wipe. Now, this is an amazing player right here. He knew what he was doing. He did miss a few of the grenades at the beginning, but he managed to convert it. And is currently a 1 versus 2 for the win at the moment. It looks like GG Bar managed to get the res, even though that wouldn't have been possible if OG didn't leave their position. Oh my God, Aim God, what are you doing? You heard the shots from Mosa, now Mosa is getting an angle. And oh my word, Aim God. My goodness, they managed to get the win, but Aim God really put a performance and really deserved that win from RTZ. Amazing performance by them today. Here you fought the rest of the eliminations. 1 HP. They started off strong but fell apart at the end. They did manage to secure a few more eliminations thanks to C9, which just gave them 3 eliminations. Talking about C9, it looked like they were quite coordinated and doing well. They did play from afar in Pochinki, just spraying from afar, not able to connect any or confirm many eliminations with only 2 eliminations to their name. And unfortunately, 1 got spotted out rotating in, the other 3 in the same vehicle. For some reason, they stopped in the worst possible position with 2 players looking at them, a hovercraft moving around. They decided to stop, and unfortunately, it did not work out for them. But the rest of the team, A.V.S's squad, they managed to get 2 eliminations, unable to get more. They were a 3-man though. We did have Finn, who was a solo player for what felt like 99% of that match. I don't know what the other members of that team were doing, clearly just throwing. But let's see if they will be able to do anything in the future. Obviously, Finn was not able to secure any eliminations as a solo, and yeah, the rest of the teams, quite a silent game, really. Not much to say. Very poor performance from John OP's squad. I did expect a lot better from them, but from what I saw, John OP was pinned down at the shack and was not able to do anything about it. So yeah, that is the full match from match 1, day 2. And I'll see you guys after the break. All right, boys, while we wait for the match to start, how about we take a look at some of these players' profiles? Let's start with C9. Because C9, they did seem like they knew what they were doing last match, but unfortunately were not able to convert it to do anything. Now, these are some nice skins, don't get me wrong, but what's important is seeing what their Ultima Royale KD is, and unfortunately did not play any at the moment. Now, before the match starts, let me go try and find aim god, which is probably not enough time at the moment. RTZ. RTZ, where is aim god? Is he not playing anymore? Great Scott! That would be unfortunate for RTZ, but at the same time, that gives the others more of an advantage. You know, if you remove one of the best players in the lobby, that's going to level the playing field for the rest of the teams here. But let's see what these players can do. So it looks like RTZ aim god. Oh, he's still here. I'm just blind, I guess. Unless it's another RTZ squad, which I was not looking at. No, that's probably them, innit? I'm just blind. I am indeed blind. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see where all these players land. And my game crashed. So that's that, I guess. I was about to say that I've had not many problems, but I guess it is what it is. I tell you what, though, there is currently a heat wave, and it's very hot. I did have an external fan pointing straight at me, but my laptop otherwise overheats, so that fan is currently being used by my laptop. Anyway, looks like we didn't miss anything or much. There's still players jumping down. We're going to get a good fight here. C9 is dropping in, as well as many other teams. Ooh, 1 HP, getting some kills here. One of the players from C9 unfortunately gets knocked, and the other one is getting tagged by Luffy's team, who are getting shot out from... you see, landing in this position is very hard to hold, especially when we've got other teams just holding around, getting angles. Remember, this is the team that won last match, even if they didn't really deserve to do so. But a win's a win at the end of the day. Now, these people are not doing anything, so I'm going to see what these people are up to. It looks like there is a different team right below this person. Now, I wonder if he's going to try to jump down, or there is another team across the road too. He's kind of pinned down at the moment. Not able to go across, not able to go down, but I don't think he knows there's people across. I mean, now he does. Ooh, throwing us. Ooh. Unfortunately gets taken out, not able to convert it to anything. Meanwhile, his teammate, the last person left against Finn, but is choking so much at the moment, and Finn manages to get the knock there and secure the elimination. That was a good play by Finn. Now it looks like the rest of the team might be able to get the res here. But we do have the other team from Docks approaching. Now it does seem to be a 4 versus 4 at the moment, unless one of the members are... Well, never mind, this is Rondo. I haven't played Rondo much, so... One of their members of each team will obviously be by a recall instead. But it looks like Finn's team is currently just looting up, getting some good gear, trying to see if they can do anything. Oh, meanwhile, but these guys are actually fighting. Uda with the AUG just trying to hold here, trying to see if they can do anything about it. Meanwhile, Rozo onto the stairs, trying to see if he can get a knock, but unfortunately, Hoda manages to get the elimination there. Now, his teammate is very far, which is an interesting play by him. If he wants to do that, he can, I suppose. But this guy's holding. Oh my god, what is that position to hold? Karam, what the actual fuck was that, mate? What was that position to hold? It's like, oh, let me hide in cover, but let me hide... You know that meme where a guy is standing, hiding behind a very thin tree? That's basically what he was doing. It's like, oh, let me hide, and you're still fully uncovered for the enemy's point of view. Now, Huda seems to be the last person left, but Finn gets shot from afar, but doesn't get knocked. Well, one of his team members actually does get knocked. Ooh, on top. Trying to see if we can get elimination from the rooftop here. It looks like Huda was unfortunately taken out by this team, by top team. Oh, what is Pawan doing? You know there's a guy on the roof. Why would you move into the open? That is not the play. That's a free elimination right there. But now on top, he heard those shots behind him. He knows there's someone behind. Just doesn't know where exactly. And GG Bar. Oh, he saw him now. On top now knows that there's a person in the building next to him. But it does look like there is another member from GG Bar. Remember, this is the team that won last match, even though didn't really deserve it. Let's see if he can get a knock here on Finn's team. TG just wide peeking that window, trying to see if Finn will contest it. But Finn is actually looking at the other way. I don't think Finn knows there's a guy on his other side. They're all looking. Now, this is not the play to do. The whole team is looking at one building. Hello? You only need one player, maybe two at most, looking at the same building. The other players should be looking at other positions, making sure no one else comes from behind or from other angles. That's an interesting play by them. Now it looks like GG Bar is trying to throw a grenade here. Doesn't get the knock though. Unable to connect. Meanwhile, top team. Oh, whoa, what was that from Vans? He really just jumped from what, the roof all the way down, trying to get the shot from in the mid-air. But we do have here Bagiga just holding position, trying to see if he can get the knock. He's pushing in, 1 HP, and he manages to get the knock. But we do have Finn's team deciding to push up right now to see if they can get this a 2 versus 2, because Finn is holding the other building. But Griffin is going to get spotted out from behind. He manages to shoot through the windows. Now it's a 2 versus 2. They're all combined. Oh, top manages to get one of the... Oh, he loses 2 of them. Now it seems like Finn is the last player standing, but he does get the elimination on GG Bar. You see, you can't be doing this at the end of the day. You can't be taking 2 fights at the same time. You must choose a fight, try to clean it up as soon as possible, and move on. Because now you're the last player standing. We've got 2 players from top pushing in, Abby and Bagheera. Now, let's see if Finn can do anything about it. He did get spotted. He's going to try to pre-fire, and he does get the knock here. Oh my goodness, but unfortunately was not able to do anything else with that. So we do have, it's a 1v1 left. Bagheera now with 7 eliminations. Getting pushed by the last player from Team 22. Now he's holding the stairs. I think Ular, he now knows he's holding the stairs. He's going to push up and manages to get the elimination. Pretty well played by this team, GG bar. They did get the win last game, even though they didn't deserve it, but it does seem like they're putting on a good performance at the moment. Well, that was a very long fight in the same area and stadium. Usually is the case, but we do have another fight going on all the way here. Now this team right here. Oh, someone's using the mortar by the sounds of it. Actually, no, that is the emergency cover, isn't it? Oh, but unfortunately it gets knocked down by this claw person. Now he does throw a molly, but does not connect. That was a terrible molly. Now it's oh, this is 3 teams here, right here. He does secure one of the eliminations. Does secure another one. Oh, this is a very interesting name. Cum shot. But it looks like it's a 1v1 on the roof. Whiskey is on the other side, trying to see if he can cover, but unfortunately he's not able to do anything. Now, Claude just tried to nade his own teammate because they don't know that Spectranub is holding in this position. Oh my goodness, how do you choke that? You had the element of surprise. That was an easy knock. The enemy didn't have a gun in his hand, but unfortunately got taken down. Now Whiskey here on the building, on the roof, trying to see if he can get another elimination, but gets right sent. Let me drink some water. Yeah. Now it looks like John OP just doing a bit of a drive-by near the area, but not deciding not to fight anyone. But this team right here, they still are fighting it out. Zuko right in the middle of everyone at the moment of this team. Now it does look like Whiskey, Cumshot are all on the roof trying to see if they can get an angle. Oh, Claw with the knock from the roof. Good stuff right here. Now it looks like they might be able to get the res here. Spectra Nub. This is a very bad angle to hold. You cannot hold the left angle. That was not the play to do. You're just supposed to fall back a bit while your teammate's resing. Zuko unfortunately gets spotted out. And here we've got Claw pushing up, trying to pre-fire the doorway, trying to see if they can get anything. Cumshot is actually going to go all the way around. Claw getting another knock onto this same team. But Cumshot is not fully committing. Oh, now he is. Oh, now he is. He knows where he is. He knows he just has to pre-fire that corner, but unfortunately gets 1 HP. My word. Claw with the... Oh, it's a 1v1 now. And it's Spectrub. It's not the best player on the team. It's the last man standing. Now, he might be able to get the res here. Let's see what Cumshot decides to do. I think he decides to just res instead. But he's decided to take the roof. Never mind. He's going to just take a different angle, see what he can do. He's got this nade ready, making it bounce, seeing if he can connect any grenade damage here. Oh, but now it's not the time to push. Now they're both up, full health. Now these guys are going to try to push, which is also very risky. But this guy's missing his shots with the S12K, so it's probably going to work out for them. And yeah, Cumshot, you need to work on your aim right there. You can't be missing all of your bullets on an easy elimination right there. So Factory is no longer in zone. The zone did shift up north, and we are getting some action here. 1 HP actually. 1 HP each team. One of them's been knocked. Van Hoo Hoo or whatever his name is, throwing a nade, trying to see if he can get any knocks or damage onto these two players that just got the reset. 1 HP, trying to see if he can get an angle. Now that is not the best line to drive. I was quite in the open. He somehow managed to survive that rotation, but Terminator gets taken down. RTC Bloodlust. Trying to see if we can get an angle. But Terminator here trying to hold multiple positions at once, and it's not working out for them. But meanwhile, Bloodlust actually gets taken down by 1 HP. That off angle from 1 HP was absolutely insane. That was very well played. Now Terminator's gonna get the res here on his teammate. But that was very well played by the other members of 1 HP, getting the off angle. Now there seems to be just one member left at the moment. And he's just going to smoke the car and try to run away. But it looked like the car, I think, was out of fuel. So unable to do anything here. Now I'm not sure if this guy has a recall left. But if not, then this guy's in quite a bit of trouble. Terminator nearly gets knocked again in the same position. Terminator, you just need to move out from there. Stop holding the same position, mate. But we do have another team that seems to be pulling up. Finn might be able to get a free elimination here, with 1 HP rotating right next to them. Oh, but unfortunately 1 HP actually gets a knock on TG. Now it looks like Terminator does manage to spot out Wuzu, trying to run away. Oh, but there's still 2 members. They're getting the res. Oh, he actually put the enemy, his teammate, in the car and just trying to run away at the moment. But he's gonna get sprayed out by 1 HP. Let's see if they can make it into cover. It looks like they can. Meanwhile, 1 HP are just falling apart, trying to take as many fights as possible and as many eliminations as possible, but it's just not working out for them. Finn, unfortunately, gets taken out. But he did manage to grab 4 eliminations total. Now Terminator's just running away, just with his teammate. But let's see if they are able to do anything about it. Now it looks like they're just gonna hold the shack for the time being. There is 1 member left here. Oh, but actually C9 are now starting to fight. C9 are currently just holding in the compound, 1 elimination each. Actually, Sign has 3 eliminations just here. But unable to do anything else. Here we are getting a rotation right here. On top is getting chased. And his teammates are nowhere to be seen. And unfortunately, On Top is not going to survive this. Yeah, unfortunately gets taken out by GG Bar team again. These guys, they aren't the best mechanically, but they are just accumulating eliminations here and there. It's quite impressive, to be perfectly honest. At the end of the day, this is a team game. And if you play as a team, even if your players aren't that good, you are able to capitalize on other players' mistakes. So GG Bar are currently just trying to survive, rotating all the way around. We do have a player... he unfortunately gets taken out. It was the last player from top. But let's see if the OG team... Now, my word, that zone did not look very nice. But with that said, OG are just trying to hold out their other OG team. They're probably the same organization, but, you know, different rosters. Just trying to play and get as many... Oh, but that member is lagging so much. Oh my goodness, what are you doing, Sandu? That was a free elimination right there. Meanwhile, 2 of their members getting knocked. And it was actually from GG Bar's team. And they're going to just pull up into that compound. They got 2 eliminations just there, 2 knocks. So they know they're only going to have time to rest one player right here. Ryder unfortunately gets taken out as Sandy left, and he's not the best player, and OG team have been taken out of the game. GG bar again, showing how teamwork makes a dream work at the end of the day, guys. These guys are not that good mechanically, but they are making it count when it needed. Now there is one team member still alive from OG. He was lagging, and it would have been a free elimination for the OG team that got wiped out. But yeah, they are only a 3-man. FBI with the most eliminations of the team, but unfortunately got taken out early. Now Jat is moving in first. Managed to secure some kind of a decent location, even if they have to use smokes now. Oh, meanwhile, A.V.S.'s team, unfortunately, gets fully taken out as soon as I spectate them. Oh, that's unfortunate. They did manage to pack, I think, 3 eliminations with the full team, but unfortunately was not able to do anything. Not able to capitalize on it. Meanwhile, the second OG team, still running in the open, somehow not spotted out Ranjot. Meanwhile, Jat manages to get some good connections here, and this 1 HP player, he's still 1 HP and somehow manages to get away. Meanwhile, Ranjot trying to see if he can confirm the elimination of his teammate's knock, and he nearly is able to do so. It might actually get stolen by a different team, but we do have Joker here. Joker was the member that was 1 HP. He's decided to rotate out of that position, which is an interesting play when he's 1 HP. But unfortunately, his teammates are all dead at the moment. His car is about to blow up. He's 1 HP. This guy is currently about to get killed. Oh my goodness. And he's died to the explosion. Yeah, unfortunately, nothing he could have done there apart from trying to stay in the original position back next to Jat and OG. Meanwhile, we've got 2 members from C9 getting knocked. And Finn's team is still alive. We've got Griffin and VIP with 5 eliminations between the 2 of them. Oh, there's still 1 player standing from C9. Shen-Shi. Let's see if it's able to do anything. VIP pushing up. He knows there's a player right in front of him. He can hear the footsteps. He just saw him. He's going to pull the nade. Now Shang-Chi's not going to move for some reason. It's a free elimination, but no, he decides to push up. And fake VIP manages to take the elimination. Meanwhile, Jat, Ranjot unfortunately gets taken out, which he survived way longer than he should have, running in the open for half the match. But here we've got Jat trying to get the spray. What are you guys doing? Moving in the same vehicle like that in a straight line towards them? That was not the play. That was not the play. Oh my goodness. And it is currently a 1 versus 4. Jat is the last player standing, trying to get the last knock. And John OP's team manages to get the win this time. Now this is a performance I was expecting from John OP's team. Managing to secure managing to secure 7 team eliminations with a chicken dinner here. Pretty impressive. Now we've got Finn's team manages to get a lot of eliminations. P3, C9, they performed a bit better than last game. They saw them a bit more coordinated, but at the end there they did fall apart, getting picked 1 by 1. Unfortunately, not able to do anything. Joker, we saw how good he was in Pochinki last game, but unfortunately was only able to get 1 elimination. GG Bar, very impressive. Reducer with 9 eliminations. I was very impressed with his team, honestly, especially after that weird match in Erangel. They did secure the win, but let's see if they are able to get another win or get some more eliminations in the future, because mechanically they don't seem like the strongest team, but at the end of the day, if they work together, that's what makes the dream work. A.V.S.'s team picking up 3 eliminations total. I did expect a lot better from them. Let's see if they can improve. OG's team, unfortunately, Sang Jung, this player right here, he absolutely threw for their team. he could have got a free elimination up on the hill because the player was standing still AFK. He was lagging probably and was not able to do so. Meanwhile, the other two members got knocked by GG Bar's team. But yeah, 1 HP. Again, expected a bit better from them, but they did pack some decent eliminations, nothing special. And yeah, this is the rest of the teams. RTZ was actually one of the first teams to go out. I was wondering where they were throughout that whole match. And AIM got only able to get one elimination. So that's unfortunate, but we'll have to see if they're able to improve in the next game. So I'll see you guys after the break. All right, boys, we are back with game number 3 here in Miramar. Let's see where everyone decides to land and where all these teams decide to play. I would like to see RTZ perform a lot better than last game. Obviously, I'm not exactly sure what happened to them, but let's hope it's a one-off and are able to do magical things this game. Now, for some reason, whenever we're gliding in, there's no game sound, but as soon as we land, there is game sound. So don't worry, guys. It's not your headphones, even though you can hear me talking, so you know it's not that. Yeah, it's also not my fault. It's just the game spectating. There we go. Now, it looks like we're getting a bit of a clash in Monte Nuevo. We are going to Pecado, though, with a few teams right here, but one of them's backed off by the looks of it. And we aren't getting any oh, we are getting a fight right now. With 5i fighting right here in Hacienda del Patron, which is one of, if not my favorite landing spot in Pochinki, which it's always good to see people fight. So oh my god, in Miramar, sorry. But it looks like there's just one player left, and one of RTZ is still gliding in somewhere, just going somewhere else. Yeah, Raja should be able to confirm this elimination right here. And yeah, nothing much this player can do. Yeah, they're gonna knife and pan him. GG's. Yeah, not much he could have done there. But we are getting a bit of a clash now in Pecado. I thought the members actually split up, but it looks like only one of them decided to bail out. The rest are all in Pecado. Now, this is going to be an interesting fight. It could be very long, too. Meanwhile, we've got on top fighting a different team. Don't know where they've landed, though. Let me just check. Because 1HP is also fighting docks. It looks like they're fighting all the way up north. Interesting. Cruz del Valle. Interesting place to land. Now, in my opinion, if you're going to fight over a drop spot, it might as well be one where you know there's good loot. You know, fighting over places like Cruz del Valle or some compound up north is like pointless. It really is. Like, yeah, if you're not contested, then it's fine, but I've got to assume you guys know what these players know, what landing spots everyone has, because they've already played against each other yesterday. Today's day 2 at the end of the day. So they know where people are going to land, or more or less where they're going to land. And yeah, if you know your drop is contested, you might as well go fight for better loot. Now we do have Jat and OG's team. They are a bit split up at the moment. Mainly Jat, the one that's the most split up against the rest of his team. But we do have Bloodlust here, trying to see if they can do anything. Now this is his second RTC squad, which is what I was confused by the other match. But yeah, let's see if Bloodlust is able to do anything, or if anyone from this RTZ team. Now, Rozo, I wonder if it was a deliberate choice to play from the hill, because now he's the only one up here. But we do have another person as an off angle, which is actually Ice. But for some reason, he's not holding the windows, which is what he should be doing now. That's a better position. RTC. Who the hell is shooting? Oh, they're actually shooting. Oh my goodness, Zoro, you cannot get knocked when you're the off angle, when you're the one man standing in the off angle. You cannot afford to get knocked like that, because none of your team is able to res you. No one's got a vehicle. They're all split up. There's enemies between you and them. Well done, mate. You just threw like crazy. Meanwhile, we've got RTC Bloodlust manages to get a knock on FBI. Now, FBI does manage to get off from the roof, and they should be able to get the res here. But again, Jat, with the off angle, is quite far from his teammates. And if RTZ were to push in, Jat is not going to be able to do anything or help. But they are going to be able to get the res. His RTZ are not going to just blindly push like that. They're just going to assume they're all together over there. Meanwhile, Rozo. What am I watching? This player, Ice. Don't know where he got the buggy from, but good job securing the buggy. Again, this team, GG Bar, not the best mechanically. You saw that, that movement and shooting from Ice, it didn't look very well. Oh, but unfortunately, we just saw A.V.S getting knocked down. Let me see where they are. I'm blind. I'm blind, chat. But Finn is actually getting knocked. Why are they fighting? Oh, Finn actually gets taken out from La Cobreria. This is where they're fighting. And they're actually fighting. It's Finn's team versus A.V.S's team. These two teams have beef in the past. It's going to be interesting who comes out on top. There's 3 players left from them and about 3 players left from the other team. So it is relatively equal. A.V.S, unfortunately, is still knocked. And I wonder if they're going to be able to get the res. I believe they are. And TG, actually, they lost a player. So it's more like a 2 versus 3 at the moment. Because TG are not going to be able to get the res here. Meanwhile, we've got Hunter here. Holding the left side. Trying to see if they can do anything. A.V.S does manage to get back up and is using meds. Meanwhile, Armar, what are you doing crossing the road when you're 1 HP? That is not the play, mate. What on earth did I just watch? On top, manages to secure the elimination there. And what the hell just happened? I don't know what A.V.S's team was doing there, but that was not the play. Anyway, moving back to Pecado, which these guys are still all fighting. There's actually another team here. RTZ here is getting very close to one of the members from OG. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is ridiculous. Some may call it camping, others call it strategic holding position. At the end of the day, this is competitive. I don't think there's so much of a prize pool. In my opinion, when playing in these kind of lobbies, you should just be full rushing everyone.
Right, boys, we are back with game number 3 here in Miramar.
And I apologize for that. I forgot the stream was not muted. So yeah, this guy unfortunately does not survive. He did manage to secure 1 elimination, but you know, when your whole room is on fire, what you should do is run away from the enemy. This guy had to run either left through the fire or right through the fire. Now to the left, there's windows where you can get shot. To the right, there's a door where you can have cover. So that was not the brightest move from this guy. Now, Bloodlust is still alive, and he is going to try to get the res, which is interesting when you don't cross the road here. So many people just crossing the road blindly, trying to get the res or trying to get angles. Like, you cannot be crossing the road like that. It is ridiculous, the amount of mistakes I'm seeing in this lobby. Now we've got Vanshu. GG Bar actually got knocked, and Iceman is taking the 1v1 here against Jat, and Jat manages to get the elimination, which is wonderful news right here. Good stuff from Jat. We've seen that he's a decent player, and he's good on good performances. Oh, meanwhile, GG Bar just falling apart. Another player gets taken out. GG Bar are not going to be able to get the res. And Musa, the last player standing, is still in Pecado, but it's on the other side of the map, practically. Unable to give any kind of support. Interesting play. Not the one I would have done, but So it looks like we've got 2 solos left, and from OG's team, we've got a 3-man squad. Now FBI can hear the footsteps from Musa in that building. He's going to go first person, throwing the nade, but unfortunately Musa does run back, and he's not able to get the connection there. Now Musa, I think, thinks there's a guy in basically the police station. I'm not sure what the name of that building is nowadays, but in Erangel it's called the police station, innit? So we've got Van Hu here as a solo, just holding up here. One of his teammates just disconnected. Bro just rage quit. Like, can't deal with it anymore. And yeah, GG Bar gets taken out of the game. And that's about it. There's just 2 solos left, as well as that trio. So let's have a look at somewhere else on this map. Now it looks like we are getting a rotation in Hacienda. Now it looks like John OP might be able to do something about this player rotating here, Amir. But this is the other OG squad. So we've got one OG squad in Picado as a 3-man, another OG team here around San Martin. Oh, are they going to shoot? No, they're not. They decide not to shoot, not to reveal their location unless they've already been spotted, which, unknown. I'm guessing they haven't been spotted as they didn't shoot to try and not reveal their location. So let's see what they decide to do. Now, they're getting back in the car. No, oh, they actually got pulled up on. Never mind, they haven't. I'm just blind. So he's going to try to get elimination here. No, does not open fire. It's just waiting to see if anyone makes a mistake. Trying to see if they will go into the open, see if they can get an elimination here. That guy's running away. He's not going to even bother shooting. It's a bit too far. And not going to be able to secure the elimination there. But yeah, I wonder where the rest of the team of Amir is. It looks like one of them is approaching now. Oh, but one's in the booth. And that was their opening. There we go. Now they're going to push. As a 4-man. Unfortunately, their teammate they don't have vehicles, but they managed to get the initial knock. It's gonna take them a while to get the res, although it's probably already done by now. And they're all fully up. But they are quite a bit split up. There's one person in front, which should be an easy elimination right here. Now one of Doc's team is able to do something here. Now John OP is actually approaching with the nade, trying to see if he can do anything, but the bounce on the ridge was not the best. He's trying to fall back, seeing if his teammate can cover somewhat, but his teammate is nowhere to be seen for support, and John OP gets shot from the hill, from the different team all the way up there. That's unfortunate for him. But Karan here, I don't know what his plan is doing. He should have been up there with his team. I know he might have been a bit pinned down from the team on the hill, but if you weren't here in the first place, that wouldn't have been a problem. So it looks like OG's team is able to get the full reset. They're all full HP now, and they haven't lost a single player. But we do have Dr. Kill Core trying to get the elimination on Karan. It's 1 HP. They actually got a knock on Roja, which is interesting. And whoa, we're getting another knock on OG's team. They might be able to secure that elimination. Now Roja is actually going to be taken out here by... Oh my goodness, that's a very good play by Gruel. He was reading the kill feed. He saw they were losing players. And meanwhile, 1 HP is just coming here, pulling up like, oh, what's up? Welcome to the party, guys. Like, let me just steal all the eliminations and secure this wonderful position in zone, even though they're not in zone at the moment. So as a 3-man, you see, this is what I expect to see from other players. This 1 HP team is actually pretty good, being quite aggressive, but unfortunately one of them gets taken out. Is Raja able to... He manages to confirm the elimination, but does not get the other knock. Now, in that situation right there, I would prioritize trying to kill the other guy, but he did get shot from the hill. He knew he was going to die anyway, so he went for the elimination kill, which I respect it. Another point is another point. You'd be surprised how many tournaments end with just 1 point difference. So pretty good going from 1 HP. Being quite aggressive. I hope they continue being aggressive even as a two-man, because it's always entertaining for us viewers. And it's also just really fun to watch and really good to play. Like, it's also fun to play aggressive. Like, at the end of the day, in these kind of tournaments where there's no big prize pools, you should just be practicing by playing aggressive. You've got literally nothing to lose. Unless you guys really want that small prize pool, even if there is any. I'm not entirely sure for this tournament. We do have one player here rotating away. We still have two... No way, we got two solos in Picado. What the actual fuck are these guys doing? Oh, there's actually two... Oh, what's this guy's plan, dude? Two of his teammates disconnected. I don't blame the teammates, honestly. Both RTG players have decided to quit, which is totally understandable. Are you going to try to open shots here? No, not even going to try to get a cheeky knock and then try to get... Oh, now you're going to shoot? No. All right. Interesting play. I think he's going to fall back. There's might be a vehicle around him. If not, he is kind of screwed at the moment. 1 HP's team is currently moving in, as well as OG's team. A lot of duos and not a lot of full squad here, except Top's team. They do have a full squad. No eliminations. Powan managed to take this very interesting position in zone. Personally, I would have gone a bit more centered if possible, because you are a bit in the outskirts. You aren't able to cover your team. So that's an interesting position to play from. But C9 here is, you know, at the compound looking towards Top. Actually might try to open fire, but decides not to, because he wants to try to get a knock, or, you know, preferably get a knock and finish. Oh my goodness, this is the time to shoot. That's the time to shoot, buddy. But he decides not to, which is very interesting. You had a free elimination right there. If you hit your shots, that was a very easy knock and a very easy finish before he managed to get into the building. But decided to not open fire, and now you do not have zone. Very well done. You could have got a knock, and then it would have been an advantage for you guys to push in. Now that one play, it might look tiny, but that one play might have been what changes the game for C9. They might not be able to get into zone properly. They're going to lose quite a few players getting into zone. We do have here Claw's team from the hill looking straight onto their compound, onto Top's compound actually, but actually gets knocked by C9. Oh, which now that wasn't the play though, because Claw's team, they didn't know that C9 were in that lobby, in that compound. Now they're gonna try to push into zone, which is gonna be interesting. They're actually gonna try to take this fight uphill. It's a very risky fight, but let's see if it works out for them. We've put Shabby here, pulling up. There's a grenade and gets taken out, but they actually trade, which is pretty good. Oh, but unfortunately, Darina, what was that? You had the hill, you had cover, and you still lost that fight. Well, one of their teammates, Shing, is getting the res. Meanwhile, Shing, no, never mind. This Shenshi is getting the res. Shing is actually just holding them. That was a very good nade, making them low. I don't know how that person wasn't able to knock Jing right there. Meanwhile, Sting is getting a bit closer. Meanwhile, Top is actually fighting C9. You see what I told you right there? C9 is getting absolutely shredded from behind for not taking an engagement earlier on Top. Getting to the... Oh my goodness, with the 180-degree turn, an amazing pulse. But unfortunately, Top is now pulling up, trying to see if they can get the elimination, and they do so. You see, all of that could have been avoided with that one knock earlier, that one knock and finish on Top, because that would have either one, that would have gave them the opportunity to push into the compound and into zone, or two, that would have at least had, Top would have had one man down, and they might not have decided to third party that fight. But at the end of the day, you try to learn from your mistakes and you keep going. So, Top's team currently pretty much taking 50% control of the zone. even if there's only one Abby, the last player, I mean, not the last player, but just one player here, while the rest of the squad is on the other side. Now, we do have 1 HP, two of their players are still up. Now, here, there seemed to be some engagement going on here from Van Hu. Now, he's not in zone, or he actually is barely in zone, and he does have some vehicles here, but it's going to be interesting what he decides to do, because we do have both players from 1 HP trying to see if they can get an angle and get a cheeky elimination here and there. But they're still got, top is currently doing a pretty decent split all across the hill, trying to see if they can cover as much ground as possible and trying to see if they can obviously pick up some eliminations here and there. Meanwhile, we've got Mohit, who are all, it's the last man standing. They've got one elimination from one of their dead teammates. Interesting play, I suppose. If you're the last man standing from your team, there's not much you can do, but that's just unfortunate, I suppose. Meanwhile, we've got Shaik and other members from this team. I'm just going to call it RM team, I guess. And see if they can do anything. 1 HP actually manages to get a knock. So I think it's thanks to, I wasn't looking at the kill feed at that exact moment. So I think one of 1 HP members managed to get a knock and a finish. You see, this is what I like seeing from this team. They're playing as a duo and they're still playing relatively aggressive, trying to get angles, trying to get eliminations. They did manage to get an elimination, but here we've got Pawan. It seems to be getting pulled up on the rest of the team from RM. And it's going to be interesting to see what he tries to do. Like, he's just going to reverse at the moment to see if he can get a different position. Now, I wonder if they're going to try to contest height, or if they're just going to play it safe and try to slam the... or just use the bridges at the moment. I guess they don't have to slam anywhere. So, RM team is still just holding up here. Now, the rest of the players from top, they're just all on the hill, really, except one of them, Arrow. Arrow with no eliminations at the moment and crashing into this ridge. Not the time to crash when the zone is about to start hurting a lot. But he is able to get into zone, trying to see if he can get an angle on the hill, but unfortunately nearly gets taken out. But top, one of the members from top actually gets knocked from zone. Abby, what are you doing? What was that? Like, yeah, you're gonna get shot from multiple angles, but you can't be getting knocked to zone there. Come on, guys. Lock in. Now, it looks like we still got 2 members left from RM. And they are slowly moving down. They are gonna get the res here, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately for RM, 1 HP are still alive. And even though this is a 2-man squad, it feels like a full squad because they are strong playing together. Now, Arrow here. Oh god, another member from top actually getting knocked here. Arrow obviously not able to do anything about it. He did just get a decent position in zone, but it does look like 1 HP know exactly where Arrow is. Dylan just trying to see if he can get an angle. Oh, my goodness, 1 HP that he's going to push that. That's a free elimination for him right there. He's going to throw the nade, see if he connects. Inside the container? No, it's just outside. That's a good play from Arrow for smoking the entrance so that they don't know exactly where to throw the grenade. But yeah, we still got Hulu approaching, trying to see if he can do anything here. But this is not where you want to be, Hulu. Unfortunate timing for you when we've got Dylan pushing in, trying to get an angle on Arrow. And Arrow is still inside of the containers, probably the best spot to be in at the moment. But another nade making him 1 HP. Dylan is going to start to run out of nades, got 1 left. But we do have one, it's currently a 1v1v2. And it looks like 1 HP, even though they've been a 2-man squad for half of this game, and they still might be able to get the chicken here. They do need to clear Arrow. Arrow is a pretty good player from what I've seen, but let's see if he's able to do anything about it. Arrow, unfortunately, doesn't have any more smokes, and he decides to come out, but that nade managed to get him. So it's currently a 1 versus 2. The question is, can he clutch up? Can 007 do a masterful 1v2 against 1 HP? We know how strong these two players are, and I have no idea how good this 007 player is. So let's see how it goes. Now 1 HP using the car to cross the road, you see? Using his brain, not running in the open. Oh, rotating around. Unfortunately, did not know he was there. But doing with the drive-by with the shotgun, and wow. Now that's how it's done, lads. That is how you win the match, mate. 1 HP winning the match with some nice eliminations, 11 eliminations to their team. Meanwhile, RM, honestly, I think they just got lucky. Like, yeah, they contested height a bit, but it didn't look very impressive. Unfortunately, Joker didn't survive until the end. He actually got taken out quite early, which is unfortunate. Meanwhile, Arrow's team, Top's team, they managed to capitalize on the third party against C9 and other teams. But yeah, C9 threw the match completely. That one knock would have changed the whole game for them. Who knows if they could have made it to the top 3 or even win. But what they did was just atrocious. It was horrible to watch. Meanwhile, we've got OG's team, both OG's team, coming down at 10th and 11th. John OP's team currently 12th. Nothing impressive after that pretty nice win with good eliminations, and Rondo was not able to convert it to here. Same as GG Bar after that decent win and good performance in Rondo. Nothing to do in Miramar. A.V.S.'s team, nothing special. And yeah, unable to capitalize on anything really. This was a bit of an interesting game. I saw many mistakes and not a lot of fun to watch, to be perfectly honest. But I'll see you guys in the next match. Time for a break. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this is the next match. Now it's my last match because after this I am going to have some dinner. And let's see who will take the win. Now, a lot of teams like GG Bar's team or 1HP, they usually perform quite well here in Rondo, but we will have to see how they do. Whereas OG's team, even though they're just a 3-man, last time they weren't able to capitalize, and it looks like they actually got rid of their worst player, or it's just not able to make it. But let's see where everyone decides to land. Now it looks like Test Track is going to be one of the places to watch, because my goodness, could there be more people here? Let me just do this real quick because I'm not sure why it's on HD. This should be like so, and it doesn't work. Okay. Oh well. So here we've got Hunter from the roof, manages to get a knock here onto C9. Nearly gets the confirmation point too. And my game might crash. And if it does, I'm gonna go have some dinner. Testing, testing. Look like it has crashed. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to end the stream short. It was nice to talk to some of you in chat, and yeah, have a good luck with the rest of the matches, and have a good weekend, rest of the weekend. So see you guys. Maybe I stream tomorrow, maybe not. It depends on my work schedule.